This is the Unit S video, Concept 4, and it's video letter F. We're Rosa and Angela, and the type of problem we're going to be using today is using half-angle formula. The degree that we're going to use for today is 165. In order to solve this, we have to find u, which is twice of 165, and u in this case is 330 degrees. U over 2 is found in quadrant 2, which means sine is positive, cosine is negative, and tangent is negative.
Okay, so sine 165 equals 1 minus cosine 330 over 2 radical. The order pair for 330 is radical 3 over 2 negative 1/2. And then so what you would do was, instead of writing cosine 330, you would plug in order pair, which cosine equals x over r. So you get 1 minus radical 3 over 2 all over 2. And to be able to do that, like subtract, you would put 2 over 2, which would still be 1. And then all that over 2 to get 2 minus radical 3 over 2 all over 2. And we had to cancel this too, and we did that by doing 1/2 and then 1/2 on top, which you would get radical 2 minus radical 3 over 4. And since 4, you can
It's a perfect square.
There you go. You can you would get 2 minus 3 radical all under a radical over 2.
In order to find cosine of 165, you would have to plug in the equation for 1 plus cosine of 333 over 2. The cosine of 333 over 2 is radical 3 over 2, and we would get 1 plus radical 3 over 2 over 2. In order to add this together, we changed 1 to 2 over 2 plus radical 3 over 2 over 2, and it would be 2 plus radical 3 over 2 over 2, and we would multiply 1/2 to get rid of the 2, and then the 1/2 would also be on top. In the end, we would get the big radical and 2 plus radical 3 over 4, which would simplify to radical 2 plus radical 3 over 2. And it would be negative because cosine is always negative in quadrant 2.
Okay, the next one is tan 165. That would be 1 minus 330 over sine 330. And you would plug in the order pair, which would make it 1 minus radical 3 over 2 all over negative 1/2. And like we did in the other problems, we do 2 over 2, which is still 1. But in order to do the math, okay. So then we would write, then we would get rid of this, and we would do that by doing 2 over 1, which we would get 2 over 1 radical 3 over, and the 2 cancels. And so there's 2 ways you can write this answer. You can either write it 1 parentheses 2 minus radical 3, or you can distribute the negative, which would make it negative 2 plus radical 3.
This concludes our video. Bye!